Have you ever taken the time to cut open an Ethernet cable and ponder upon the contents of the inside? Well, how an Ethernet cable works is energy in the form of electricity is transmitted through the copper wire inside the cable from one place to another. Not only is it Ethernet cables that use this type of technology, but also phones and cable TV. Without wires, communication would have much less of an impact on our lives. Although these wires are very beneficial and necessary for our everyday usage of communication tools, they are outmatched by a newly found technology called optical fiber. What is optical fiber? Optical fibers are long, thin strands of pure glass that have about the same diameter of human hair. Differentiating from wire technology, optical fiber, instead of having energy being transmitted in the form of electricity, is transmitted in light through the thin tube of a cable from one place to another. Fiber optics technology is much better than normal wired cables because the light inside the glass tube is traveling at a much faster speed and is in a larger mass, meaning more data is being transported. Fiber optic technology can be found in high-speed internet cables and high-quality telephone wires. How does optical fiber transmit light? We all know as a fact that light travels in a straight line. When light hits a reflective surface, it is reflected and the direction of the light is then changed and is traveling in a different path. What happens inside the small thin tube of an optical fiber wire is something called total internal reflection. When light inside the tube travels into a curve, it reflects and goes in another direction until it hits another curve. Until it reaches its destination, because of total internal reflection, the thin tube inside a fiber optical wire cable is illuminated with light. But this is not seen because of the rubber casing around the product itself. Fiber optics are not only better than normal cables, but also have many advantages. Fiber optic cables are less expensive compared to copper wires because of the cost of making them compared to copper wires is much cheaper. This saves the communication provider money as well as yourself. Copper wire is a solid metal. Due to the small spacing inside the glass tube of the fiber optic wire, it is much easier to make fiber optic wires than regular copper wires. Fiber optic technology is not only better than copper wire transmission, but is also a keystone to the next generation of data transmission. The end factor being, don't be basic, be fiber.
How do fiber optics improve our lives? Well, by using light energy, data is able to move through these wires using total internal reflection. This can be used for television cables, Ethernet cables, phone cables, and even flashlights. This information travels at the speed of light to find the destination at the other end. The better purity of glass tubing for the fiber optic wire, the better transaction of both light and data. Truly, fiber optics are making our lives easier every day.